Hey guys, it's JJ here coming at you, and figured we'd do something a little bit different here today. So, last episode, I was working on field 14? Yeah, I was cultivating field 14. So I finished the cultivation. I also went ahead and I planted field 12 as canola. Field 15 here behind me is planted as wheat, and it's already been harvested, so we got to get the straw off the field. But today I'm going to load up my seeder and I'm going to go start seeding field 14. There's not really a whole lot going on the server just yet. We did have a bit of a hiccup and we had to reset our server. But yeah, not much was lost. It took not too long to get caught back up because, well, quite frankly, we didn't have a whole lot going. So, here we go. I'm in my trusty New Holland here. I went down to the shop, made it a front loader. Because, well, you kind of need one when you're working on 17 because the seeds are now palletized, so you kind of need a front loader. So, here we go. So I hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's still enjoying 17. I know I definitely am. Just get rid of this little chat thing that tells me my seed and fertilizers. I definitely can't wait for my track IR. That is for sure. Some of the guys who do have it that I game with, Buckshot 304 and Wheels both have it. They keep rubbing in just how nice track IR actually is. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen it yet, Buck posted a video today on husband and wife farming. Oh, I don't know. I know my wife overheard that and her first response was no. No way. Never. So if you guys do happen to see husband and wife farming on my channel, well, either I got a new wife or she changed her mind. Let's hope for neither of those. Let's hope that she changes her mind. How's that? I do like this feature though, because in technicality, you do have to bring your feed, your seeders, not your feed, but your seeders over to your seeder to fill them up. And if you have the big tote bags, this is one of the easiest ways to do it. So, you guys are gonna have to let me know how you like this too. Um, I don't know if you how stretched it's gonna be or what's gonna happen. I'm currently recording in surround, which means that I have all three of my monitors working right now. Hence why the picture is so big. So I'm not sure how well this is actually going to work out as being as a recording. If it works out pretty good, I might keep doing it. I'm really enjoying playing in surround because, well, you have a better view. You can see out either side of my monitor. I can see a little bit better, and it's definitely not the cheap man's way of doing track IR, but it's what I currently have, and it's what I'm currently going to use. So we're going to go plant canola because it's still the money crop. I'm going to do that on field 14. Field 12, I've already planted canola on. And if we can get to it, I'd like to get that straw off that field. I'm probably just going to sell it anyway. Uh, for the time being, because we do need money. It's not like we can really afford a baler. We could probably lease one, though. Might lease a round baler and do it that way, just so we can get into some animals. We definitely need to find or purchase a grass field here somewhere. So yeah. Let's get to work. So no Farm Sim's been out now for a couple days. I hope you guys are all enjoying it. If you guys haven't yet, go check out some of my previous videos. I have 3 on Cherry Hill that was originally an FS15 by Stevie. I have one on 17 already that I cultivated this field. Did a little bit of real life farm talk. I'll do a little bit every episode. There's not really a huge amount going on the farm right now. Um, One thing that we do have is we just brought in 2 turkeys. So we brought in a Tom, which is the male turkey, and for the life of me right now, just the female is skipping my memory of what she's actually called. But yeah, we got our turkeys in. We've been getting about 3 or 4 eggs every day from our laying hens, from the older ones that we do have, which is nice. I will state that, and I definitely wish I had track IR so I could just look back. Not have to span my mouse. But we've been getting 3 or 4 eggs out of our laying hens, which is kind of nice. We have 4 right now that'll lay, so 5, 4 or 5 right now that are physically at age to lay. We do have 4 or 5 more that aren't, but they're getting there. So once they get up in age, they'll start laying for us as well. But cows are doing pretty good. I know Simon, you keep asking me about the gray one. I had the exact name of it. Right now, it's just spacing my mind uh, of to what it actually is. One of these days, I'll remember to physically write it down so that I can get that for you. But yeah, we do have. If you haven't seen my last episode, I definitely urge you to go watch it. Uh, you'll notice that a lot of it's coming up. If it ever does stop raining here, I don't know how I'm going to record it. Might find a way to rig my tablet up in the tractor. But one of our back fields needs to be cut. We're just going to bushwhack it this year because it's a really rough field that we want to get cut. So our plan is to cut it down. Hopefully we want to plow it as well. Maybe cultivate it, and then starting in the spring, I think we're going to seed it. I think that's what the general plan was for it, so that we can get at least one cut off it of hay. But it's pretty bad right now. It needs to be definitely some TLC done to it. So that's that. There's not really a whole lot going on the farm, like I've said. There's a lot we need to do. A couple weeks ago, we brought in a mini excavator and dug a ditch. So we still have a lot of the pilings from that sitting on the side of the road that we originally made a couple years ago. But we finally went in and we ditched around it to get some of the water runoff, which is working great. I can honestly state with all the rain we've had here in the last couple of days. Well, last week anyway. It's definitely done its due. The water's flowing off pretty nice. It's not sitting as much as it used to. But we still have several huge piles of dirt that we dug up that we got to get laid back out. I know the road coming into the farm, the owner really doesn't care because he drives an F350 dually. His wife probably doesn't care because she drives an SUV. But definitely plan on finding a load of rock. I don't know how I'm going to do it without him knowing, but some of those potholes coming into that farm road are getting pretty bad. And I drive just a little Mazda 3, so gotta get some of them picked up so that I can get in and out of the farmyard a lot easier. So I do plan on fixing some of them up and removing some of the bigger rocks that are underneath the road because they're big. Because originally we just put like a shale road down because we were just bringing in tractor trailers, that kind of thing, so we didn't need any crushed stone on top. So but yeah, you guys are gonna have to let me know how this actually looks stretched out like this for you guys, if you guys enjoy it or not. The one thing about this cultivator, or this seeder I should say, not cultivators, it's supposed to fertilize as well. But for some reason I don't think it is for me. Not for me anyway. Oh no, it is. It's just really slow at fertilizing. So yeah. There's been some great mods coming out. I currently don't have any installed. I might make a video on how to install them. I know a lot of people are already doing that, and I'm a little bit behind if I wanted to get first jump off on it. But yeah, I'm still a little new at this, so being a little slow, hey, why not? if I do happen to make a how to download mods video and that kind of deal, I can guarantee there won't be very much farm talk in it. Uh, Real life farm talk, that is. But like I said, I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but if this rain ever stops, our plan is to get into the backfield and bushwhack that a bit and cut that up. I think the owner plans he wants to do one more pass in the front of his house. Uh, I don't know if we're going to bushwhack that or not, though. The front area of his house has been kind of a sore subject. His wife wants a nice lush grass that he mows every week. It's nice and green to drive up to. Well, he doesn't want that. He wants the hay. Which, I mean, I don't blame him. The more hay we can get off our property, the less we have to try to track down and get off someone else's. So I don't blame him at all for wanting to get the hay off of our own property instead of somebody else's. I'm just realizing there's probably no game sound for you guys. I bet I have mine turned off. Or my speakers are just so low that I personally can't hear the noise myself. Which might be the case, but either way, I turned it up just a little bit so you guys can actually hear the tractor noises. Um, I do know I enjoy a lot of the features right now that we've been playing with. Uh, Before we had to reset the server, I actually went out and rented a buffalo. I was trying to load logs up with that. I know I was getting annoyed because when they released 17, they really want you to buy their side pan. So, dual joystick users, I'm sure there's more than just me out there, have noticed that there's been issues where to steer left, we actually have to steer right, and to steer right, we actually had to steer left, or you just set them backwards and you can steer properly. Same as your brake and your gas pedal. I had to, instead of going into the XML and switching them, I just map them backwards so that my brake is technically my gas and my gas is technically my brake. What the game believes anyway, but it works out to be proper. But I went in and remapped a lot of my keys to my number pad. So any key mapping that was on my number pad is now shift 1 through 0 on the regular keys. And all my joysticks are mapped 1 through 0 through 9. And then I also use the divide, the multiplication, subtraction, and addition buttons so that I could map all my keys properly. But now that that's set up, it's just a little bit more fine-tuning that I have to do so that I'm back to muscle memory with them. I do know, for instance, my front loaders are perfect. Well, the key mappings are. I'm definitely not perfect at anything. If I was, then as the saying goes, I'd be a nobody. Well, I'm a somebody. I am me. Yeah, guys, if you guys are definitely liking these videos, let me know what you like about them. If there's something you don't like about them, like you don't want to see so much in-cab view, or uh, you want to see, a little less planting or something like that, just let me know. I know I said in my 15 series, in my FS 15 series, that I had the brief little videos that I did. I'm gonna bring you some more back to the root stuff. Um, a lot of the guys that are making videos and stuff, that's fine and dandy. They can do them however they choose. I'm not gonna badmouth them whatsoever. All the power to you guys. I believe if you're playing a farming simulator, well, if it takes me an hour to seed this, obviously I'm only going to do a half an hour episode and I'll finish the rest off screen. But if it takes me half an hour to seed this, then it takes me half an hour to seed this. If it takes me 2 hours to seed it, then it's going to take me 2 hours to seed it, and you guys are lucky. You only get to see 30 minutes of it. But you know what? I'm going to sit here and I'm going to seed the whole thing myself. It's definitely cheaper that way. It's easier in the initial game anyway to get it done, so yeah. And it's farming. There's not really a whole lot fun, as some people will say, to farming. It doesn't matter what kind of farm you run. Anyone who's ever worked on one can tell you. No, it's no piece of cake. There's a lot of work that goes into it. There's a lot of work every day. You might not be mucking out every day, but you know what? There's still a lot of work to do. You still got to make sure they all get fed. You got to make sure that your fences are up. You got to make sure your cattle's happy. You know what I mean? There's a whole lot that you got to do every day. There's a whole big learning curve on a lot of things as well. Like how much feed for pigs is actually enough. That's a topic that we've been talking, and when I say we, the owner and I have been talking quite a bit about. One guy informed us that you give your pigs enough feed so that when you feed them, they eat every bit of it. Another gentleman said he only feeds them twice a day, and twice a day he gives them a full bag of grower, which is a 25 kg bag. And whatever's left over, they'll eat at night. Now, so it's hard to say because everybody has a different feel. We've been taking a lot of people's inputs on it. I know some people that just want to fatten them up right quick, just keep putting the food to them. Which is okay, but they're not going to eat as much. Because they're always going to know that there's food there. But if you don't give them enough food, then they're not going to start putting on the weight. So we're kind of at a toss-up of what to do and stuff, so... That is something that as soon as we can get enough money established, I would like to get into, is the animals in this game. I know that'll be definitely a neat aspect to it. The whole, you actually have to go to the store, purchase the animals. I do believe you start out with chickens right away, so we could actually head over there and pick up eggs. I don't think I'm going to do that this episode because we're currently planting, but it's definitely a job that someone can do. Like I said before, we are playing on a server. So from time to time, I may have other guys on here with me. We are talking about possibly opening up our server to allow all of our viewers. So there's myself, Buckshot 304, Wheels 24/7, that all play on this server, as well as El Grandpa plays on this server. I don't think we've seen Papa Rob on here yet. I know he is talking about it once he gets himself a little more familiarized with the server. So, we also have another gentleman that plays with us named King J. From time to time, he'll be on here as well. Yeah, I do plan on trying to do some recording when those guys are on. I know it makes it kind of hard to have all of our schedules together, and I know usually Wheels wants to stream, so he'll stream, and I usually don't bother trying to record when he's streaming. This makes it easier for him and for myself, but we do play with all those guys. So if you guys ever want a farm update or a different perspective, go take a look on what the other guys are doing. I do know, and like I mentioned at the start of my video, that Buckshot 304 is doing a husband and wife farming. I do know that there was talk about them actually switching to the server once his wife gets a little more accustomed to the game. coming and doing their recordings on there. So when they're recording theirs, I may join them as well, if he'll have me. Or when he's recording, I might do my own recording, doing a different task on the farm. So if you guys want different perspectives of what's going on around the farm, I definitely suggest that you subscribe to those guys. I do know that when we do eventually switch the maps, um, we definitely don't want to play them all out right quick. That's why we're going a little bit slower. But when we do decide to actually switch out the maps, I'm probably going to grab the save game and continue the Let's Play on it. I know I did mention it in my last video, but why not? Let's see how far we can actually take it before it no longer becomes fun. And we'll take it all the way up to 19 if I can. Why not? Something different, something new. Farm's not going anywhere in real life, and I don't see why we should end this one anywhere either. I mean, I know there's not very many people that do 2-year Let's Plays, but why not? I might throw other maps in whenever we do switch out our maps on the servers. I'll do recordings from those maps as well, and so you guys can see what my aspect is of it, and eventually I may purchase Track IR depending on how much my wife decides to allow me. Anyone who's married will understand that she usually holds the money book. Anyone who wants to say she doesn't, well, nice knowing you. Looks like a couple more passes and we're going to be out of seeds. So I might have to refill one more time before the end of this recording, or maybe not. Looking over at my timer right now, it's saying I'm at about 22 minutes of recording. So yes guys, that was 22 minutes so far. It's taken me to plow about half field 14. I'm not even plowing, I'm actually planting. We do need to purchase a plow. I'd like to get one before we do our next round of planting and cultivating, because it does help you with your yield count. So I'd like to definitely on the server get that plow bought. We might end up only having to buy the 2-meter one for the time being, but 2 meters is still 2 meters, which will work. So yeah guys, I'm going to take this time. If you guys definitely like what you're seeing, I know I've said it several times throughout the video, but if you guys like what you see, don't forget to comment, don't forget to rate, don't forget to subscribe. You want to see more? Subscribe. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. You know, I'm new at this. You guys have been probably watching videos for as long as I have, which I've been watching for a while. Never thought I'd want to record videos, and I started hanging out with the crew that I'm with, and they all do it, and I said, why not? Let's give it a try, right? Never hurt to try anything at least once. So yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know where I can improve, how the sound quality is. There's not much I can do about it right now. I'm currently recording on my headset. Eventually I do plan on maybe purchasing a better boom mic or better equipment. But yeah guys, definitely let me know in the comments below what you like, what you don't like, and how things are going. Sorry about that guys, the wife just walked in, so. But yeah, leave me comments. Let me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, what you guys would like to see. I know I keep saying in all my videos that eventually I'll bring you some real life footage. Once I can figure out editing software and all that, I might add some to my next video. I have several pictures of a real life tractor and some of our cattle. I might actually go up one day and when I'm up there, and instead of taking lunch or before the end of the day, go around and I'll take pictures of our setups and stuff like that and throw it all on a video. Yeah, guys, don't forget, before you guys leave, hit that like, thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content coming your way. And don't forget to check out some of my friends. Now I'm sure Wheels 24/7 will like to hear from you. I know Buckshot would definitely love to hear from you. So go give those guys a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, take her easy, guys. Have a good one.